He knows where we are. That is a door, Rex, but that's not the one. Who's more eager to start the day than T-Rex? Game room. You'd like to have some fun in there. Come on, Rex. Eager to start the day, as always. T-Rex. Oh, we found some coffee. Hello. T-Rex. Sorry. Rex. Rex, she's on a call. Let's go out the door. Thanks. She's on a call. We always find somebody. All right. Obviously, this is not the big dig. This is the big dump where it was snowing so hard all winter we thought it would never stop. It did stop, though, for a few days. All right, a week. But there's still snow on the ground, and it actually snowed an inch up top here at Stowe Mountain Resort last night. That's Mount Mansfield. And I think the most interesting thing about today is the fact that the sun came up at 6:57, goes down at 7:01. You know what that makes this? A 12-hour and 4-minute day. And we're still 48 hours from the vernal equinox. Nothing is easy, is it? The way it was explained to me back in college on these vernal equinox, autumnal equinox, not having 12-hour days is because the Earth is not exactly round, and the orbit's not exactly round. It's an oblate spheroid and an elliptical orbit. It confuses our clocks and our senses, and so does Mother Nature. T-Rex, other way. Nope, let's go this way. So remember about, what were we here? 2 weeks ago, I think we were here on about March 7th for the big rain, and right here I would have been standing in knee-deep snow. Well, it did snow yesterday. We got dust on the crust, but look, the sun is already out on the trails up there. And even though it's only 18 at the summit, and the March sun is so high, it softens up the snow really fast. So that's hayride right there. You can see it's a tiny bit dirty, and it's going to be fast this morning. So really pretty, and soft snow develops quickly. And so that's why we're going skiing fairly quickly. This morning, the temperature on Nantucket Island this morning was 39 degrees with a wind gusting to 39 miles per hour. Darius and Eunice went to Nauset Beach and got sandblasted by that apparent nor'easter on Cape Cod. But of course we know it wasn't a nor'easter. But it was a 2-day system, and rainfall amounts in excess of 2 inches from that. And in the mountains, not much at all, just a little dusting of snow. But there have been some wholesale changes to the weather pattern forecast, doubling down on what we saw the last couple of days where it showed snow trying to return to New England. Well, wait till you see it now. All right, Rex, you take care of business. We're going up there, and you can see there is frosting on the trees. So winter is returning to the northeast, but there's one more warm storm to go. I'll be right back. Pothole season going strong. Come on, Rex, let's go in. He thinks everybody's got one. Everyone with a closed fist has something in their hand.
Make him get it.
Thank you, guys. He's going to take it to go and have it for breakfast. It's a big breakfast. All right, Rex, let's go. Thank you. Gonna go put my boots on. Report back. And we're back, 11 a.m., looking at the output for Friday. It's almost unbelievable what Mother Nature is trying to do. I've resisted using the phrase March Madness, but it's hard to hold back anymore. Look at this gorgeous blue sky, sinking air, high pressure to the north of New England. Our 2-day storm is out, and when I was riding the lift, and incidentally, I didn't bring my phone, so I didn't get any video this morning, but it was fast and turned corn snow very quickly. Great job grooming here. And I could see the cloud off to the east, and here's the satellite image, that cloud off to the east with rain just ending on Nantucket and Cape Cod earlier in the day, and another storm forming on the front to the south of New England. That storm is going to stall and settle southward, and it doesn't have much of an impact in New England except for near the coast. Over the next couple of days, it's going to be really hard to warm it up with a strong southerly wind in western New England, but an onshore flow in eastern New England will be the difference between near 70 and near 55 or so. And it has to do with where the high is, okay? High pressure is to our north and to our west and to our south, but The high to the north is going to offer some resistance. The cold is going to be resisting the warmth that's coming at us, but we have one more warm storm to go before we turn back into a colder and perhaps much snowier pattern returning to the east, as it's been out west for the last 2 weeks. Sort of opposite of what we saw last year, isn't it? But you can look up at the mountain, and there's still a lot of snow up there. The snow stake way up there has 80 inches of snow. And I talked in the last couple of days how we're not going to rebuild our snowpack, but we're going to sort of add to it or slow the decay of our snowpack. But now it's starting to look like we are going to add to it. So why don't we just get right to the GFS? Maybe I wanted to show the rainfall totals of southeastern New England, where the 2-day totals came into more than 3 inches in Orleans. So, wow, those are welcome raindrops. It's been kind of dusty the last couple of weeks, and the vernal pools really appreciate that rainfall. And there is a lot more rain and snow coming our way. So let's go to last night's GFS. Initializes at 0Z, that's 8 o'clock, but the first image comes out for 2 o'clock this morning, and there is a 1024 high to the north of New England, and the new low is forming south of New England, and another stronger storm well to our west. Now we put it into motion. That storm to our south is falling southward. That's fairly unusual, shows blocking. Springtime, actually, it's not that unusual. So there's bagginess. Look at the storm ramping up over the Great Lakes, another snowstorm over the northern plains, and warm, windy weather coming at western New England tomorrow into Thursday. But note there aren't too many isobars over eastern New England. It's going to be a light onshore flow. A good amount of sunshine, probably through about midday Thursday. The clouds really thicken up, and it's Thursday night. Look at the snow reaching down into West Virginia as one low to the north takes off, but there's another wave and even cyclogenesis storm forming on the front Thursday night with rain changing to snow. What an abrupt front this is. Negative tilt trough, and we stop at 10 a.m. on Friday. Oh my goodness, that's almost hard to believe. That's a 980 something low pressure system, very close to Buzzards Bay. That is a deep, strong storm. That means upward vertical velocity, and that also means rain changing to snow, especially at higher elevations. Looks like from about maybe Wauwachusett west into the Berkshires and north into parts of Vermont. On the east side of that storm, it's going to be windy from the south. On the west side of that storm, it's windy from the north. And if I can draw your attention to south of Hudson Bay, Canada, and you see those numbers down there, the blue numbers go down from 510 to 504 to 498. That is a wayward polar vortex, late March style. And now this is the first week after the vernal equinox, and we're looking at an Arctic air mass trying to press south, and we keep that on going, and there's a bagginess in the atmosphere with a front stalled here. Now the Arctic front is moving into south central Canada, and cold front is coming through here about Saturday or so with some upslope snow for parts of northern New England, but it looks kind of chilly and rather gray for the weekend before another colder front comes in Sunday night, and now here comes another wave on Monday. Oh my goodness, let's stop at Monday afternoon, and there's another potential snowfall for the higher elevations of even southern, western, and perhaps northeastern New England. It's really hard to believe that that low also is going to redevelop right there. And that storm over New England is going to move to the east, but that's another accumulating snowfall according to the guidance from last night, the GFS, and I looked at some of the other guidance, and it agrees that it's going to be very active here. So that's Monday, and then we take it out into Tuesday and Wednesday. Another storm trying to miss us to the south on Wednesday, so that would keep the cool in here with high pressure going across southeastern Canada. But then there's another low on an Arctic front coming at us next Thursday and Friday. It's always a Thursday and a Friday, isn't it? It's late next Thursday, 10-day forecast, March 26th or 7th, right in there. And New England, I want you to look at the blue numbers. These are thickness numbers, and you see just to the west of New England in northern New York, there's the 510 thickness. That is Arctic air in March style. That's very unstable air, so you get those kind of afternoon snow showers up in the higher elevations and rain or graupel showers at lower elevations, with the pattern kind of locked and loaded with the flow. Now the trough has moved back to the east, and you get a ridge in the west. There is some action still coming in off the Pacific with rain and elevation snow out in the northwest, but much of the country is going to be warming up where it's been so cold and snowy over the last 2 weeks. It's shifting back, and now we are in the snowier and colder part of the lower 48, and we can show that on the 10-day snowfall product here. And there's our snow missing to the west on our Wednesday into first thing Thursday, and then abruptly Thursday night and Friday, all of a sudden snow is accumulating, especially northwestern Connecticut, western Massachusetts, and southern Vermont. Anybody want to go to Mount Snow next week? Somebody does. And most of the mountains of Vermont, northern New Hampshire, and Maine are getting net gains of snow here. And then it's a little break Saturday, Sunday, a little bit upslope snow. And then Monday, here comes another batch across, all the way down to southern New England again. And then another little gap on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, it tries to snow even down farther towards Philadelphia and parts of New Jersey. Wow. So we stopped this out at 240 hours. And other than the mountains of Oregon and Washington, where it looks like several more feet of snow are coming in, New England gets the most snow in the next 10 days. And this is all starting here on our Friday and going through next Wednesday. And you see that the purple, that's close to a foot of snow. And then where it turns to salmon, right over western Massachusetts and southern Vermont. Now, this is a rough estimate, obviously. This is going to move, but that's more like 2 feet of snow. So winter is not over. Thank goodness we had such a delivery of snow and back in January and February and the first part of March. This year, last year we were saved by storms that came in the second week of March, and this year we were kind of hurt, but we were not put out of business here. And you can see there are no bare spots up there, and in the woods there's still a couple feet of snow. And let's look over there. Towards the top of the gondola. Can you make out? You can't quite make it out, but the magical leprechauns turned the waterfall green yesterday. What a team. You guys are the best. It's been going on for decades. On St. Patrick's Day, we have green snow, and there was a lot of water running under there yesterday, but it has since slowed. But it is springtime. We're not going to stop that. And how you doing, Cody family over there at Nebraska Knoll? You must have had torrents of sap running. Hopefully you got to sleep late for one day today. And we probably harden up the snowpack again tonight. So great spring skiing this afternoon, and again tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon it's going to turn really warm here. And then we're heading south, so maybe we'll see some snow further south. But I don't think it's going to snow in Boston or Weymouth, at least not with any accumulation. I don't think Boston's going to end its thaw even. So big difference in elevation. Yesterday, the travel north, that's it for the weather forecast. The and more is going to feature disbursements of part of our travel north from Weymouth, and also Weir rubbing it in. He did a strategic strike to North Star, California, where the locals are calling it the March Miracle. Okay, we're hoping for a late March miracle here in the Northeast too. And it's time to write the J blog and hopefully get back out there and enjoy some of the sunshine. And even though it's cold out, soft snow. All right, talk to you again tomorrow. 8 o'clock in the morning, excavator light is on. It's dark out for 8 o'clock. Sun's been up for an hour. That's actually more like 8:30. Fun with fluid density right now. So there's sediment being carried in the current. And then you see the slicks, the flat spots in the water there? With little wind, there's not much mixing on the surface, so what you have is the rainwater, which is fresh water, at a density of 1 gram per cubic centimeter, floating in these channels of salt water, which has a density of 1.03 grams per cubic centimeter. Isn't the metric system great? So it's rainwater floating on seawater. "11 a.m. update. We got noise. Boulders are being moved. Birds are singing. And it's brightening up. Things are shaking. So more fun with density. I'm going to zoom in. I have to talk louder. But there are the high rises in Boston sticking above a low layer of stratocumulus. So that's that low cloud, which is a little cooler than the air just above it, as we start to eke in air from the north and even northeast. There's a plane taking off toward the east, and the ocean water is only in the 40s. That it's the financial district. Fascinating little lull here in the precipitation, but waves on this front. Rain's not really done until overnight. Cardinal, right there. Oh yes, and thank you for the comment about the Montauk daisies. I should have known that that was what was blooming in the Cape Cod garden. And here's how much rain between 8 a.m. and 11, 0.57. So another half inch of rain already this morning.
Okay, here we are, North Star. Just did our first run and met some nice ladies. What did you say about right now?
We got our miracle march going, a foot of powder, and more coming.
Oh yeah. These ladies know what they're talking about. Look at this. Oh, Ross, you should have come out, buddy. Powder, powder, run after powder run. And you too, Tim, you never called me back.
1:30, 62 degrees. Where it is, it's snowing in northern Vermont. Let's go find out.
Well, haven't seen this in a while. It's 3:05 on a Monday. It is snowing. We still have snow, but as you can see, we lost a ton in the backyard here. But anyways, it is snowing. Later.
T-Rex loves to ride north. You know what? So you can barely see Boston through the fog and the rain. Tenacious rain, 58 degrees. Finally hit the road, 3 p.m. Phone can't even focus.
Okay, Tim, Carl, Ross, this is what you're missing. And these ladies are from Hawaii. Unbelievable. Look at this. Look at that pal. It's still snowing.
Oh no.
Oh, someone just went down. Oh yeah.
Dorchester. The sky is brightening. 59 degrees. Pretty dark cloud up there. Maybe we're finally getting into the colder air. 61 degrees. Are we gonna have a downpour? It's gonna hail. Route 133 Andover. Looks like we almost have a squall up there. There's not enough air moving aloft, I think. I think we're underneath an upper level low to generate a squall. But certainly this cool pool can generate a downpour, and we should come out on the colder side of this thing, maybe with some sunshine when we get to New Hampshire. Play by play. It's the first time this winter we've gone over the Merrimack River here in Methuen, and it has not had ice on it. Ice out 10 days ago. How to watch 2 feet of snow and all the ice disappear in 17 days. That's what we're doing this March. Exact opposite of last. 57 degrees, by the way. 4 o'clock. Wicked cool cloud alert. Salem, New Hampshire. 53 degrees, down 8 degrees in the last 15 minutes. Stratiform clouds. Oh, still get some strato and some cumulo. 49 degrees. So it's multiple cold fronts coming through this full latitude trough. They were ice fishing down there last time we went by, a couple weeks ago. Still ice, but it's pretty darn soft. Old school. Wow, look at that. Water's running high here as we approach the Sunapee exit, Davisville. First vestiges of natural snow cover left over. And a lot of water. Vernal pools are high. 39 degrees. This is light rain. Should be seeing snow any moment as we travel back in time toward winter. Call them cat paws when the fat raindrops hit little bits of ice in them. They look like cat paws on the windshield. So that's what we have in Grantham, New Hampshire. 5:30, still 39 degrees. All right, it's pouring officially. Mixture of rain and actual snow. Very wet dendrites. 38 degrees, 5:45. So this ends our 3-day in a row with no snow anywhere in New England streak after 73 days in a row with snow. Probably too little, too late for whaleback. There's still some runs in there, maybe. We can rebuild, can we? Desire. Vermont, out of the Connecticut River Valley, bare ground and a little bit of sun. It's almost time to call it a day. 39 degrees. Very pretty. And the blue turns gray again. A little snow on the ground, not a lot, but really interesting clouds. And the first 7 p.m. sunset of the après-ski season is here. It's 3 hours of daylight after you get off the chair. Phone's about out of power, but try and save a little energy for one more shot of some snow. Williamstown, Vermont, 35 degrees. Route 100, just about sunset. I thought we might see some snowflakes or some snow on the ground. I guess there's a little, but there's a pretty sunset going on. So how about a time lapse from Dennis? We already saw enough of Weymouth today. Thanks for joining us on this trip north, and you've already seen what it looks like out the door at the lodge. Green waterfall. Happy to be back, hoping for more snow. How'd last night's guidance do? Might pulled the rug out from under us, didn't it? All right, till tomorrow. Just past 7. The sun's gone down, but it's still pointing up at the clouds. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous. Just in the nick of time.